All right, so let's go ahead and rubies this. Penny made 1.5 cups of a solution of salt and water. She took out 7/8 of a cup for an experiment. How much of the solution was left? We read it once, let's read it again. Penny made 1.5 cups of a solution of salt and water. She took out 7/8 of a cup for an experiment. How much of the solution was left? All right, so our question is how much of the solution was left? Let's bracket our important information. We just underlined our question. Bracket our important information. Penny made 1.5 cups of a solution of salt and water, and then she took out 7/8 of a cup. So we're looking at the problem 1 and 1/2 minus 7/8. All right, and we can already see with this problem that we really can't take away 7/8 from 1/2 as it is, because 7/8 is larger than 1/2. So if we split this up into like the kindergarten problem of 1/2 minus 7/8, or the kinder problem of 1 by itself, and then the 5th grade problem of 1/2 minus 7/8, it's not going to work because 1/2 is smaller than 7/8. So what do we need to do? Yeah, you're right. We need to make an improper fraction out of this. And how do we do that? Of course, with our formula that we learned 2 weeks ago. Remember, our whole times denominator plus numerator equals your improper numerator, right? So go ahead and review your notes because they're in there. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take 1 and 1/2, and take 1 and 1/2, and we are going, and remember, that's just my line. I can't delete one thing at a time, so just remember I drew a line to separate 1 and 1/2. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the whole number, 1, we're going to multiply it by the denominator, 2, and then we are going to add the numerator, 1. All right, so 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3, so now we have 3 halves. All right, and as you can see right here, here is 1, 2, 3 halves. So turning 1 and 1/2 into the 3 halves, as far as a picture goes, is pretty easy. We could see that there's 2 rectangles, they're cut in half, and we have 1, 2, 3 halves. All right, so I'm going to clear the screen real quick. Basically, what we're looking at now is 3 halves minus 7/8. Okay, so now we can solve this problem because 3 halves is more than 7/8. As you can see, this picture over here, we have way more shaded on the left side than we do here on the right side. Now, if you were going to draw a picture to help us solve it, of course, what we'd do is we would separate both of our halves into eighths. All right, and remember, this is not that pretty. So remember, our algorithm is way more accurate. Okay, so the way that we do that is we ask ourselves the questions from our algorithm. Are my denominators the same? First off, are my denominators the same? No, they are not, but can one of my denominators turn into the other using whole number multiplication? Absolutely it can. A 2 can turn into 8 if we multiply times 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 2 is 8. So we have 12/8 minus 7/8, which gives us 5/8. So if we took away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our eights, 1, 2, let me use a picture or a color that's easier to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our eights. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our eights left. And that is our answer right there. So when we are subtracting, if our second fraction is bigger than the piece of our mixed number fraction, then we have to turn it into an improper fraction using our whole times denominator plus numerator equals our improper numerator. All right. Remember that this is going to be used constantly, like through the next few years of your life. So the quicker you can get this down, the easier it will be. And remember, all you're basically doing is what we did with the pictures, where we looked at it and saw that there was 1, 2, 3 halves. We cut the halves into eighths, or we cut the halves into 4 because we turned the whole rectangle into eighths. And then we took away 7 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that left us with 5/8 left over. As you can see, with the algorithm, it is a little bit easier to look at. Just remember, once you get past this part where it looks like 3 halves minus 7/8, remember 3 halves is more than 7/8 because it's an improper fraction, so it's greater than 1. All right, so anytime your numerator is larger than your denominator, it's greater than 1. All right, so hopefully you're remembering all this stuff from the previous weeks, and we'll work on it some more, and I'll see you later. Bye!